Good morning, good evening to you. A very warm welcome to our artist friends on behalf of International Academy of Ethics. It is a lot of pride and privilege for all of us here at the Academy to invite across 2 continents 2 artists, Neena and Meena. Neena Singh from India, from Pune, and we have Meena Chopra from Canada. And a very good morning to you, Meena, and good evening to all of you who are in India right now. And Swati, our able coordinator, I request you to start with the welcome words recorded by Maya SEKULIC, who could not be here today. Over to you.
Thank you, Rupa. Here it is. I'm playing the video.
Thank you.
Dr. Maya HERMAN from Belgrade, Vice President of our International Ethics Academy. I want to join you. I welcome you.
Screen ਵੱਡਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ?
The discourse about art. It's a very
green point ਤੋਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਦਬਦੇ green point.
subject. I want to involve
ਸਹੀ ਰੱਖਾਂ ਮੈਂ
welcome our friends
green ਤੋਂ
and get to honor Meena Chopra, a poet and artist from Canada, and Neena Singh, artist and motivational speaker from PUNE, where we were recently attending the 2-day conference, and of course to greet and thank Rupa Rao, our fantastic coordinator, and SEEMA JAIN, our associate director. Without them, we will not be functioning so well as we seem to do. So this course with artists opens a can of worms these days, because art is like all other very humane subjects under attack of the first of all artificial intelligence. But I as in every revolution, I think that there are good sides and bad sides, and that we will take advantage of international of artificial intelligence and use it for our own good. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you so much, Maya. You could not be here in person, but you made time to record a message for our guest today from Serbia. Thank you so much. And Dr. Anand, the man behind International Academy of Ethics, I'd like to invite you to introduce SEEMA JAIN, part of our organization, Swati, and then invite Meena and Neena, and then I will talk about them.
Hello. Friends, this is a very important moment for International Academy of Ethics, that we are today interviewing very important, very great artists, Meena Chopra and Neena Singh. About them, our chief coordinator, Rupa Rao, will speak in detail. But the thing is that art is a great subject to be discussed for us. And I hope with Rupa's vast experience and at anchoring and interviewing, we will be able to meet these artists from inside as well as how they think. So before we start our program, while I am thankful to Rupa Rao, I invite Professor SEEMA JAIN. She is our associate director and a very accomplished writer, story writer, reviewer, and she has a great footfall in the Sahitya Academy. We are really proud of our association with her. First of all, because she is to join some other program, we will invite her for a brief, brief introduction and introductory as well as the welcome address. Seema ji.
Unmute yourself, please, Seema. We don't hear you.
Is she there?
Seema, we don't hear you. Seema, we don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I do. Now I do.
There was some problem with the earphones that I had plugged
Yes,
in. Okay.
correct.
And it's a new laptop that I am joining in from.
Technology, I know.
Problem with the working, I'm not familiar with it. Okay.
Sure.
So anyway, thank you, Dr. Anand. First of all, a very good evening to everyone. And I would like to say kudos to Dr. Anand, Dr. HERMAN SEKULIC, Dr. Rupa Rao, and the entire team of International Academy of Ethics for organizing this very significant and relevant session today. I believe the role of art and literature in shaping human happiness and ethics is extremely important. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. And I'm reminded of Freud, who said that art helps humans reconcile to the sacrifices they have had to make for the sake of culture. I think we all experience this, that life beats us down and crushes the soul sometimes, but art reminds us that we have one, we have a soul. So that's very, very important, and that is a great deal to do. Now, coming to this session today, we have two amazing and supremely talented poets and artists who will share their experiences and their journey with us. We have Dr. Meena Chopra joining us from Canada and Dr. Neena Singh joining us from Pune. So, as the Associate Director of International Academy of Ethics, I extend a very warm welcome to both our guests. I would just like to say a few words about both our guests and then hand over to Dr. Rupa Rao. Meena Chopra is an internationally renowned poet and visual artist, art educator, curator, and producer of art events. I have personally known Meena for some time because we have been co-translators in a translation project, and also we are together in a poetry group called Under the Pelkan Tree. So I had the privilege of going through two of her recent collections, The Shifting Silhouettes and Charismatic Chiaroscuro, a unique and mesmerizing blend of beautiful art and poetry. I would like to say that her art actually speaks, and her poetry paints. So Meena, welcome to today's show.
Very good.
Our second guest today is Dr. Neena Singh, who is an academician, professional artist, author, art conservator, motivational speaker, and social activist. She is the author of many books, and she has held umpteen group and solo shows, besides a lot many more accomplishments, which I'm sure Dr. Rupa Rao will take up in detail. So a hearty welcome to Dr. Neena Singh. I look forward to listening to both of you. So now over to the anchor, Dr. Rupa Rao,
It's
for
not
further proceedings.
doctor. It's not
Thank you.
doctor. I haven't done my PhD.
Just yes,
Neena,
even I want
so
to clarify. I'm
Neena
not a
and Rupa, three of
Yeah.
us are not doctors, but
All
we
right.
love the doctor prefix.
Okay.
Thank you for
Okay.
giving us honorary doctorate.
All
Thank you
right.
so much,
I
Seema,
stand
for
corrected.
starting our day.
Because it is my
Thank you.
dream. So I accept it
ऐसे है
and
ऐसे
by
है
God
हम
grace शायद
अपनी
हो भी जाएगा.
एकेडमी की तरफ से ना हम आपको दे देंगे डॉक्टरेट
अरे वाह.
always
Okay.
So, Seema,
All
we
right.
appreciate your lovely introduction and a warm welcome and honorary doctorate to Meena, Neena, and Rupa today.
Now let me
Having said that,
beforehand tell you, Rupa, that I'm also not a doctor, so please don't endow this epithet before my name. Okay, so yeah,
I love it. Looks like there's one doctorate here, rest are all honoraries, which
yeah,
is wonderful.
yeah.
I also have honorary doctorate
There you
in
go.
addition to the original one.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Seema. Thank you for making time, although you have another event ahead and you
Yeah,
made
but
time to join us and welcome our
I'm here
wonderful
for
guests.
about another 20 minutes or so. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm here.
great.
Okay,
Appreciate that immensely.
thank you.
Now, because Seema took time to actually go over some of the information about our esteemed artists, I thought I would do something different. So let me say this, Meena, who comes from the picturesque and serene lap of Himalayan surroundings, and she moved to equally picturesque, serene surroundings of Canada from Nainital. She brings Nainital with her to Canada. And so far as Neena Singh is concerned, whose heart belongs to Jabalpur Bheda Ghats, which I'm also familiar with, is in Pune right now. And she's originally actually from Rajasthan, if I may say so. Is that correct?
No, no, Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh. And you're Marwadis, correct?
No, no, we
And
are Rajput.
Rajputs. See, I stand corrected. That is what you had explained to me. You're Rajputs
Yeah,
and from
Rajput.
UP, and now
Yeah.
you're in Pune. Otherwise, you are a combination of someone who's done chemistry and then moved into education and then moved into art, and you are deeply engaged in art and doing multiple things in addition to writing, painting, social service, and well-being work. And Neena is right now in Pune with her family. Meena, who came from Nainital and moved to Canada via Delhi, is with her family and whose work started with garment and design many, many years back. And then she came to Canada and got into education after school program. And now she's full-time into writing, into art, and she's into many societies, and she takes care of Indo-Canadian Art Society as well. And she's written books. We can see one right behind her, which is right now much in talks we will talk about.
Yeah.
So let me start with some questions here, Meena, if I may, and Neena, one at a time.
Yeah, sure.
So Vincent van Gogh said, there is nothing more truly artistic than to love people. And Dr. Anand is a perfect picture against this quotation. So on his behalf, I welcome the two of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Leonardo da Vinci said, painting is a poetry that is seen rather than felt. And poetry is a painting that is felt rather than seen. So Meena, how would you explain that to us? To people
My
who
God.
really understand it perfectly.
Oh my God. I am no academics and I don't claim to be one. But yes, this quotation is very inspiring. So I would say, in very simple words, that creativity is one, any kind, whether it's poetry, whether it's art. So it comes from the same source. Perhaps he
Beautiful.
was meaning that.
Mhm,
Perhaps. I mean,
mhm.
whether it's music, whether it's poetry, you see, poetry and art. And poetry and art are actually very much related because a powerful imagery is behind
Mhm.
both. So it's the images that you're dealing with, whether it's art or poetry. And in music, you are dealing with more, probably you are dealing with sound more. So, but academicians would give a better answer of this than me.
Your answer is beautiful as well, Meena. And tell us, how
Thank
did
you.
you start painting and when did you start writing and when did the two become one for you?
Okay, painting was, I don't even remember, when I was born, I was kind of always attracted to, I mean, not born, I mean, in my childhood, when I remember.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I had a paintbrush colors with me always. So seriously, I got into it in somewhere in 1985 around that time when I was from my I mean I used to do a lot of landscape, still life and things like that. And from there I moved to abstraction. I mean automatically my art started becoming abstract, and I have a painting. I'll just show it to you from
Please.
where my actual journey into abstract art began. And probably you can see this big fireball.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And about the poetry, I never thought myself to be a writer. Sometimes I used to just contribute a bit of stuff into our school magazine. But I distinctly remember, my first poem. I was sitting in my balcony and I wrote something. And I found that it was a poem. And it was a very exciting and overwhelming moment for me. So after that, I never stopped. And it was somewhere in 1992 when I was maybe in my early 30s.
So it started in 92 and it's still flowing evergreen.
Yeah. Could never
So, Neena, thank you for that, Meena. Neena, I'd like to ask you a question. Before that, my share with you is Michelangelo said, I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free. That's a sculptor in Michelangelo, who's an artist. Rembrandt said, a painting is finished when the artist says it is finished. Tell me, how did your art start? Because I know you're a chemist by education, by profession, and then you moved into different things. So Neena, question for you. How did it all start for you?
I have been painting since my childhood. I must say that, always I have been painting since childhood. I was attracted to colors, and but it was just a hobby, because in a family like us, like middle class families, education was very important. So you cannot say I was encouraged for doing painting, but I was never means that was never a thought that art could be a career. मतलब वो ऑप्शन बिल्कुल कभी भी नहीं था। पढ़ाई करो एंड अच्छा करियर करो, अच्छी नौकरी करो। तो fortunately I was good in studies, and so I got that exposure to get education, and तो painting was in the sideline, मतलब पीछे से जब मौका मिला तो करा, जब नहीं मौका मिला तो कुछ दिन नहीं भी किया। बट क्रिएटिविटी इज डिफरेंट। doing painting is one thing, or doing a sculpture is one thing, working professionally is one thing, but creativity जो होती है वो हर किसी में होती है। तो creativity always always creativity was part of my life. So whatever thing, even if I do the cleaning of my house, तो उसमें मेरा हाथ दिखेगा कि yes, today Neena Singh has done the cleaning. The way I do things in a different way. If I do cooking, so when I serve the food, so the food I will serve will not be like any ordinary person ki वही खाना बनाया टेबल पे रख दिया खा लो सब लोग। तो थोड़ा कुछ डिफरेंट करेंगे, स्पेशली इफ गेस्ट आर अराइविंग, आई विल ट्राई टू डेकोरेट द टेबल, थोड़ा फ्लावर डेकोरेशन करेंगे। तो क्रिएटिविटी। फिर देन व्हेन माय चिल्ड्रन ग्रू अप, सो napkin folding, all projects of my children, साइंस एग्जीबिशंस, मेरे स्टूडेंट्स नेशनल लेवल तक जीत कर आते थे। इट एवरीथिंग रिक्वायर्ड क्रिएटिविटी, मींस फॉर एवरी लेवल। तो वैसे वो क्रिएटिविटी जिंदा रही। तो आई कैन नॉट से दैट द आर्टिस्ट इन मी डिसअपियर्ड, बट I truly began as a full-time artist in 2014. 2014 में मतलब I shifted to Pune, and then I thought that अब मैंने 25 साल नौकरी कर लिया है, now I don't want to work for anyone else. I want to live each day for myself as if there is no tomorrow. तो मेरा अभी जो लाइफ का स्टाइल है वो यही है कि देयर इज नो टुमारो, ईच डे आई लिव फॉर माई सेल्फ. तो आई मे बी राइटिंग, आई मे बी पेंटिंग, आई मे बी रीडिंग, गार्डनिंग, कुछ भी करती हूँ मैं, लेकिन मैं हर दिन अपने लिए करती हूँ. तो क्रिएटिविटी जो रहती है, तो इन इवन व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड एज अ फुल फ्लेश आर्टिस्ट, देन आई स्टार्टेड लर्निंग. पहले ऐसे ही करते थे, कॉपी वर्क, किसी का देखा अच्छा लग गया, कॉपी करा. तो आई यूज्ड टू डू दैट कॉपी वर्क. तो एट दैट टाइम आई डिडंट नो आल्सो दैट वी शुडंट कॉपी अदर्स वर्क, करते थे. But when I started my professional journey, then I learned from many mentors. I read lot of books. Then I subsequently completed my MA in painting. I completed a certificate course in art conservation also. And then because my science background along with already existing my art knowledge, तो वो मुझे काफी help करता गया. And then I tried different genres also. So I started off with oil painting, तो landscapes करे. Then when I switched to acrylic, तो I went towards थोड़ा abstraction. Even in oil painting also, along with landscapes, the landscape का जो style था वो मेरा थोड़ा abstraction की तरफ था. Not very photorealistic work. I never did that very photo जैसा नहीं दिखना चाहिए. तो इस तरह से काम करते थे. Then I got inclined towards Madhubani painting, which is popularly known as.
We will come to you, Madhubani painting, Neena, which is something I want to discuss a little more in depth.
Yeah.
Going back to the point you said, I would like to actually capitalize it and underline it and say, Andy Warhol said, everything has its beauty, but not everyone sees it. And Edgar Degas said, painting is easy when you don't know how, but very difficult when you do. So when you talk about Meena and you, Neena, both of you said this, that all forms of creativity have one source. And I think that is so true. And Maya Sekulic, who could not be here, who we welcome very, very warmly, who's in Serbia.
She's here.
She's here.
She has joined us?
She
Oh
has
my
joined
God,
us.
I
She has
did
joined
not
us.
see her.
She has joined
Warm
us.
welcome. How are you, Maya? Good to see you here.
Please unmute yourself, Maya, ma'am. Please unmute yourself.
She was there, I think.
All right. Well, in case she is not there this minute, I just wanted to say, Emily Zola said, if you ask me what I came to do in this world, I, an artist, will answer you. I'm here to live out loud. Meena, tell me, how do you want to live out your artistic journey?
Oh my God. Always doing something, creating something. But I would like to tell you how it happens with me. I'm very, very instinctive artist. Many of us are there. So when something is in front of me, say a blank canvas, something just comes out from inside. I just do it, whatever. It's not consciously thought of object or a thing or anything, I just do it. And then from there, it starts taking shape. And then I have a thought in mind that, yes, I'm doing something like this. And then a bit of crafts begins. And then, when the idea starts becoming little clear in my mind, and then probably the hand moves that this should be right and this should be right, and it's just done. And now with abstract art, you still do not know what actually it is. Sometimes people ask me, and then your own dialogue begins with that art, that art piece or artwork. And then it's a kind of your reflection of your own self. Something was there into your subconscious, which was like, it's something like that creativity, your creativity's process is telling you something. It's kind of your creative process is coming to a conscious level slowly. Life, it's a message that is coming to you, something deeper. So this is how, with my poetry also, and with my both the things, this is what happens. I have never
Lovely.
ever done anything consciously. So it has been always there. I have been into very intense profession. The main profession of mine, of course, the initial years, I was into garments
Right.
for 7 years. But after marriage, I quit and got into advertising and
Correct.
then into media, broadcasting and media in Canada. We were running a newspaper here and
Right.
running a radio, a musical
Ravi,
radio.
I have a question for you.
Please, please.
I want to know whether you subscribe to the idea of art for art's sake. Right?
That is that is what it is for me. Art for art's sake. And so many people say that it should art for people. I mean, I have done a lot of that, marketing art for advertising, having an advertising career, a long time advertising career. But for me, when I'm doing something, it is art for art's sake. And
That
then
is lovely.
the question is that how will it reach people? So, and how will you connect with the people? But then I strongly feel that there is somewhere with collective consciousness, we are connected to each other. And if there is some meaning in the art, will reach to some people, definitely. They will find some meaning there. So this
Very
is
well said, Meena Chopra. So well said. Matisse has said creativity takes courage. Van Gogh has said, if you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. And Picasso said, every child is an artist. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up. So going back to the point, art for the art's sake, Neena, tell us how you started with 55 of your paintings on Bheda Ghat, where you were there for so long in Jabalpur. And from abstracts, you moved to Madhubani, the Mithila art form. Do explain to us your journey. We would love to hear about that.
Because I was in Jabalpur and I heard a lot of stories since my childhood about Narmada River. Okay, there's a great story about how that river emerged. And see, most of our rivers, they go in east direction, but Narmada goes to the west. So uski bhi apni ek alag kahani hai. Lot of things were associated with it. And because we used to, whenever our relatives would come, we would go to the Bheda Ghat. तो आई ऑलवेज विश कि मुझे ये पेंटिंग बनानी है. तो जब शुरू में बनाया वो अच्छी नहीं बनती थी, ट्रूली बता रही हूँ कि वो अच्छी नहीं बनती थी. एंड आई वाज नेवर हैप्पी इन कैप्चरिंग द एसेंस ऑफ दैट वाटरफॉल, दैट धुआंधार जो बोलते हैं, उसको मैं कैप्चर कर नहीं पाती थी. तो इट वाज इन माय
I would like to just say one thing here, Neena. आपने जो कहा, ये in fact Ralph Emerson ने भी कहा कि every artist was first an amateur.
या तो आई कुड नॉट कैप्चर. तो वो दिमाग में ना वो चीज रह गई थी कि मुझे ये चीज करनी है. एक बार ये वाटरफॉल जो है धुआंधार मुझे दिखाना है. तो व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड पेंटिंग, तो द फर्स्ट थीम, द फर्स्ट सब्जेक्ट व्हिच केम टू माय माइंड वाज भेड़ा घाट बनाना है. और कुछ दिमाग में आया ही नहीं. इट वाज नथिंग लाइक अ जर्नी कि मैंने ये किया फिर वो किया. जब मैंने एक बार 2014 में पेंटिंग शुरू की, so this was a subject which was very close to my heart, and I started painting. The first I did, so everyone appreciated it. Then I did the second one, then third one, and then because of the acknowledgement I was receiving, so I started doing it continuously. And then my first exhibition was held in 2016. तो वहाँ पे क्या हुआ कि सबने मुझे बोला कि ये फर्स्ट एग्जीबिशन है, यहाँ सेलिंग वेलिंग नहीं होती, डोंट वरी अबाउट, डोंट गेट डिसहार्टेंड इफ योर पेंटिंग डजंट सेल. बट आई वाज फॉर्चुनेट, मेरा पहले ही एग्जीबिशन में 2 पेंटिंग सोल्ड आउट हो गया ऑफ दैट सेम सीरीज. देन और सबसे जो अच्छी जो मुझे बात लगी कि when I would tell about भेड़ा घाट, the spots which I had made, वहां पे क्या है, जो मार्बल रॉक्स है उसमें नेचुरल स्कल्पचर्स हैं. नेचुरल स्कल्पचर्स है. कहीं पे ऐसा लगेगा कि द टाइगर इज सिटिंग ऑन द फ्रंट पॉ, कहीं पे ऐसा, दैट्स वन स्पॉट इज नोन एज बंदर कूदनी. बंदर कूदनी में the two rocks are so close that it is said that at one point of time they were so close कि एक सिरे से दूसरी तरफ बंदर कूद सकता था. Then there's a rock is arranged in a way that it is looks like a ambassador car. कहीं पे त्रिदेव देखते हैं, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश कहते हैं, मतलब वो फेसेस ऐसे कटे हुए हैं. ये स्टोरीज जो है, ये जो जब आप बोटिंग करोगे तो वो लोग बताते हैं. तो व्हेन दे शो यू कि देखो वहां पे ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश दिख रहे, तो आपको वैसे दिखने भी लग जाएंगे. तो ये जो तो आई स्टार्टेड पेंटिंग दीज नेचुरल स्कल्पचर्स इन द मार्बल्स. तो दैट्स हाउ इट वेंट ऑन. और फिर मैंने स्मॉल बनाया, फिर थोड़ा बड़ा बनाया. फिर वन ऑफ माय आर्टिस्ट फ्रेंड ही सेड कि 4 बाय 4 फीट की बनाओ. आई वाज वेरी स्कैर्ड कि इतनी बड़ी पेंटिंग कैसे बनाऊंगी. आई मेड इट. मतलब उन्होंने थोड़ा एनकरेजमेंट दिया कि नहीं नहीं हो जाएगा, तुम ट्राई करो, तुम्हारा वर्क बहुत अच्छा है. देन आई डिड इट.
नीना,
दो वो वहां से जो है, मतलब मेरा बनता चला गया. एंड नॉट विदाउट मच थॉट, बस 55 पेंटिंग्स उस सीरीज में बन चुकी हैं अभी.
एक क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए
यस सर.
कि whatever you paint,
या
paint it for your own satisfaction, or it has some ethical, moralistic, social edge also, that you want to convey some message to the people, or it is just for your own joy, your own satisfaction?
मैसेज तो सर रहता है. जैसे कि व्हेन आई डू लैंडस्केप्स, तो दैट कोर मैसेज जो वहां पे मेरे लिए रहता है, लव फॉर नेचर. because we need to preserve nature, and my message to the society through my paintings is, see, look how beautiful the nature is. Do preserve that, है ना. इवन फॉर भेड़ा घाट अगर हम कहें तो वहां के रिवर को गंदा मत करो, रॉक्स को चुराओ नहीं, मतलब बहुत करते. तो दैट लव फॉर नेचर जो है वो नंबर 1 पे मेरी प्रायोरिटी रहती है. ऑफ कोर्स आर्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ आर्ट आप कहोगे तो बिल्कुल वो रहता है. एंड वट एवर वी पेंट, जैसे मेरे लिए, मैं अपनी बात कहूँ तो आई लव टू पेंट पॉजिटिविटी. मीन्स एनीथिंग विच इज पॉजिटिव इन नेचर. मुझे मनहूसियत जो है पेंटिंग के द्वारा दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है, मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता. दैट्स नॉट माय चॉइस. तो नेचर से खूबसूरत तो दुनिया में कोई चीज नहीं होती है. तो दैट इज वन एस्पेक्ट. देन अगेन स्टोरीज को प्रिजर्व करना. थ्रू माय पेंटिंग्स आई ट्राई टू प्रिजर्व स्टोरीज. मतलब कोई एक चीज हमेशा कायम नहीं रहती है. व्हेन जब हमें कोई एक लेगेसी है, या हमारे कल्चर में इतनी महत्वपूर्ण स्टोरीज हैं, उन नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को कैसे उसके बारे में पता चलेगा.
That is a wonderful vision and mission in life, to want to not only preserve, but that's the legacy that you will pass on to the next generation, Neena.
Yes.
And going back to the joy and the torment part, Claude Monet also said, color is my day-long obsession, joy and torment. Meena, aap bataएं, how much of your work in creating artwork, fine art, is joy? How much is torment? How much is what part of your emotion?
Well, as I said earlier, it's I'm strictly
instinctive.
Instinctive and art for art's sake. So whatever comes from behind. Now, it may carry a message sometimes. I wouldn't know at that time. But for me, it's like art is a total commitment.
Yes.
And art is a way of life. So, like, it is, I don't have to say much, it's
no,
art.
Here, actually, Meena, what you said is so beautifully put, art for art's sake. Degas has said, art is not what you see. but what you make others see.
Others
So
see.
Meena, when you paint, when you create, do you feel what you're creating is with an objective to make the person looking at your art see something in particular and specific?
No, when
or-
I'm creating, I don't focus on that. जब बनाती हूँ तो वो मैं अपनी खुशी के लिए बनाती हूँ, जो मुझे अच्छा लगता है वही बनाती हूँ, and then I leave it because beauty lies in the beholder's eyes. So how they perceive art, it depends on their perception of life, है ना? कि आप किसी भी चीज को कैसे देखते हो वो उनके ऊपर ही डिपेंड करता है. तो it depends on their experience of life, how they perceive life. So I leave it to their choice. But
so would you say life is art and art is life, and you don't separate the two?
Of course, art is life and life is art in one way or the other. Even if you are not painting, then also art is there in your life. Bringing up your
So
child
true.
is also art. Bringing
So
up your
there
child
is
as a
a
mother, it's an art. कला
there is
है.
a
कोई माँ
technical
बच्चे को बड़ा
question.
करती है.
Technical question for you.
Yes, sir.
You know, I am relating it to poetry now. When we are writing a poem, right? Particularly so far as I am concerned, I have some vague idea about it, right?
Okay.
And I do
Yes.
not know what I will write.
Mm-hmm.
Because in most of my poems, the
Mhm.
title is found in the last line. We don't know how the poem will weave itself, right?
Okay. Okay.
Now, my question to you is,
Mhm.
is there a clear idea in your mind about your painting which you are going to make, or when you start it, it takes its own shape?
No, sir. Normally, it takes its own shape. There are few things. See, मेरे दिमाग में ये रहता है कि मुझे कोई भी चीज जो बनाती हूँ, it should look beautiful. For me, art is beautiful. That's my personal choice. Everyone will not agree with this, but for me, I want when people are surrounded around me, around my art, they should feel happy. My painting should not make anyone sad. Okay, means being sad is also one part of life. Someone is not in good mood, so it is a part of life. But I feel that even if the person is sad, when he views my art, he should feel happy. She should feel happy.
Aesthetic
She
joy.
should aesthetic joy. तो वो मतलब I am myself a very happy person. तो मुझे सिर्फ अच्छा ही अच्छा लगता है. कुछ खराब होता भी है लाइफ में, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं होता है, बट उसको वहीं छोड़ना और ओनली टेक द गुड पार्ट एंड गो अवे. सो मेरी आर्ट का, मेरे लिखने का सिर्फ उद्देश्य बस ये रहता है कि टू स्प्रेड जॉय.
Can I say
Adding more
something?
joy.
Can
Both
I
of
say
you.
something?
Yes, yes,
Hello?
Maya, welcome.
Huh? Well, I'm here all the time. I don't know if you hear me or you see
I
me.
did
We
not
can
see
hear.
you. We did not hear you. Now we hear you.
I just want to say something about this joy and happiness in art. Of course, it's wonderful if it can bring joy and happiness. But really important art is there to put questions and to challenge.
And
That's
shake you.
what art it is about. And I agree also with Meena Chopra that high art is art for art's sake, and that we should distinguish between applied art and kind of propaganda art, and there are many other forms of applied art. But art in its pure and higher form is there for its own sake, and the main thing about art is to challenge everything and to put questions, not
Well said.
necessarily to just make kitsch is good for happiness, but art
Actually,
is much more complicated.
Yes,
than that.
actually,
Yes, Meena, you
art
want to
is
say
always,
something. Meena
if you're
Chopra,
not,
you were saying something.
no,
if you're
no.
not breaking boundaries, then what's the point, you know?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
you
There is
need
an
exactly.
to
aspect.
Prof,
I agree
right,
with it.
exactly.
With due
and
respect,
I
I
and
totally
agree.
and
agree.
art can be disturbing.
Yeah, it
Art
can
can
be.
be, sometimes it can be very disturbing. I mean, there
Very
has been art
disturbing.
on Holocaust. There
Yes.
has been art
Exactly.
and what people felt, uh, your real emotions, and not necessarily that everything is wholesome all the time.
Right.
And what is the definition of beauty? I mean, we need to understand what beauty is. For every person, it is
Different.
different, different. And then another thing, um, if you're following in, if you're supposing you're following Bhagavad Gita, sadness, the aim of the life is to, I mean, somehow, in Hindi we say,
Somehow.
I mean,
Yeah.
working towards that. So sadness and happiness, bringing
Mhm.
it together
Mhm.
somewhere, and art does help. Bringing your two selves together, inner and outer, somewhere creating a balance,
Mhm.
sadhana, bringing of
Mhm.
two selves, inner and
Yes.
outer. So
Yes.
perhaps, I mean, I cannot say it with authority, but perhaps art has that. Art
Yes, of
shows the
course
way.
it has.
It
But
shows the way
I
to us.
choose to portray more of the joy through my art. That's what I'm saying. It's not a,
Sure, Neena,
it is,
we hear
yeah,
you. Neena Singh, we hear you that you are of the opinion that your work, your creativity is for
yeah.
joy only. And there are other
Not
artists
for
who do
only joy
believe,
means, yeah, मतलब जब आप लोग हमारे पास आए, मतलब that's my
yeah,
perception of
that's
life.
yours. We respect your opinion,
Yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah.
Meena, your thing, there are people with pain, with torment, with hurt, with so much negativity in their lives, and they use art as their source of cathartic
Absolutely.
work, where they depict pictures. There is pain painted on it, does not mean it is aesthetically not
And
beautiful.
It
It
is,
just
it
it's
means
is.
beauty.
pain is painted. That's about it.
Yes, yes, of course, of
And
course.
sometimes, that who is it, Monet, or who has painted? There is a scream.
Mm. Oh yeah,
It's a
the
very
Ne,
scream.
famous
Yes,
painting. It's a
scream,
very,
yeah.
I think it is called Scream.
Yeah,
it
it
is
is
And
called
called scream.
scream.
It
Yes,
is called
yeah.
scream.
it's a disturbing painting, but
Yes,
it
it is.
draws you into it. I mean, you are completely into
Absolutely.
it. And most of the people, I think 90% people would be drawn to it. Even the people who are not so much into
Into
art
art.
would be drawn into it. So
So
it has.
here, Meena Chopra, this is for you. Ray Bradbury said, don't think. Thinking is the enemy of creativity. It is self-conscious, and anything self-conscious is lousy. You cannot try to do things. You simply must do things. So how instinctive is it for you when you are creating? How much thinking, planning is involved?
Well, I need a canvas or I need a blank
Okay.
paper. So, sometimes something, and I have noticed one thing. I don't know, it must be happening with other people also. In movement, supposing you are in a car,
Mm-hmm.
something happens when you're moving, the
Mm.
ideas come,
Mm.
something gets into your mind, and that time I do like to roughly record it at that time, in
I
my
also, I
phone,
also do the same.
and yeah, and while moving, and then probably come back and then try to structure it properly.
Cecil Donnell said exactly this. He said, creativity is a drug I cannot live without. So how ingrained is art for each one of you? Neena, you go first. And before you respond to the question, I just want to say that art, poetry, creativity, music, all of these are the bricks in the foundation of culture, which is so important for the upliftment of society, and which is what the International Academy of Ethics is all about. Upliftment of society is with upliftment of literary world, artistic world, musical world. And we are delighted and so happy to be in the company of artists today. So going back to you, Neena, tell me, creativity is a drug you cannot live without, or how does it work for you?
Of course, I'm absolutely with full consent about this, that without creativity, there is no life for me. Okay. Now, how you express in various ways. So, when it comes to art, there has to be creativity. For me, I read a lot. So when I read, there are certain things which is in your mind. So when you're coming to paint, so again, it is related to, it means whatever is in your mind, that only, whether it is conscious or subconscious mind, whatever goes through, means through reading, it goes through the environment, whatever goes inside you. So everything is part of your consciousness. Okay. So when you're painting, that has to be part of that conscious creativity. It goes along with the flow. So yes, creativity. But when you're writing, also thoughts come when something comes to my mind. Say I'm painting, but at times it happens that I'm painting and suddenly some words come to my mind, and which I'm not able to paint. I don't think about. So I just take a pen and write it down randomly, not in the form of a poem. Whatever comes to my mind, I just write it down, and then I continue painting. So this way it continues. And good literature, good quality of writing, good quality of painting, it does uplift the society, because what we read, that we become. जो हम पढ़ते हैं आसपास अपने जीवन में, वही हम बनते हैं. हम खराब चीजें पढ़ेंगे तो it will affect our thought process. Even to children we say, है ना? So that's why having people who write good literature, everyone may not be able to write it that way. Everyone has words, but they may not be able to express in words. They have their thoughts, and that's the reason why there are certain authors with which we connect, because they write the same thing which we want, which is in our mind. We are not able to write, we are not able to paint, but someone has written it and we connected directly with it, right? So
I also feel, Neena, at different phases, I also feel at different phases of your life, when you're going through different experiences, you connect with different kind of writing and artwork as well. And Meena Chopra, I want to come to you. Maya Angelou said, you cannot use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. So tell me, the paintings, is there ever an ending to what you do? Is there every day you come up with an idea, a thought, and what you want to do? And when you've conceived something, how much does it change from word go to the end of your work?
Yeah, difficult question. See, it's the most hard thing is to know when you have finished the painting.
Yes.
It's very difficult. It's overdoing, underdoing. It happens. It happens with even the master artists. So that is that is the crux of it. And I think another thing, like Neena was saying, good and bad literature. So I remember an incident. I was in a school where my father was principal. Where my father was principal. So every teacher had attention on me. Okay. And I didn't like it. And I used to read lot of trash. And a teacher saw, and he told my father that he's reading all sorts of things. At that point, my father didn't say anything to me, and he told the teacher, at least she is reading.
So well said.
At least
so
she's
well said.
And later in my life, when I was grown up, then he told me about this incident. So I think it is necessary to have all sorts of things around you which build up your personality.
Hmm.
And good and bad literature, I think both are important.
It goes
Every-
back to the
it is-
basic statement
yeah,
that there is
yeah,
nothing good or bad. It is the thinking that makes it
it-
so,
yeah,
Meena.
it- and you do find, I mean, there is always something of use in something very, very negative or very bad. There is always something of use. And if you go through at this stage of life,
Mm-hmm.
when I go back
Mm.
and I feel that that period of life was a disaster. But no, it wasn't actually. From there, something new came and it built up. So I think
It
I
contributed to you becoming what you are today.
exactly.
So I have one more question for you here, Meena. Creativity
Okay.
comes from a conflict of ideas. Donatella Versace said that. So tell me, how much does conflict of ideas end up as art or poetry or writing for you? And let's focus on your writing now, moving on from your artwork.
Okay, so that's a very academic question, you know. I don't
Okay.
know from where creativity comes.
Okay.
I mean, it's just something holds you that you have to, there is an inner pressure. So
Okay.
it's a very academic question. So I don't know whether it comes from conflicting ideas or not conflicting ideas.
What compels you to write?
I just don't know. I mean, it's just the inner pressure. Like I told you that
Did
when
I
I started,
lose you, Meena? What makes you want to write?
it's some inner pressure.
Hmm.
Something really holds you. Now, you know what is holding me these days is I've started another book. And going through like I have this bowl in my hand. One day I had this. That is mother. It was Kansa. Kansa we used to have old. So it connected it to my mother. I started having those memories of her, and then I started writing about my mother. Poems, a couple of poems came through that. Something which belonged to her. So there are small symbols in life, you know, which stimulate you at some point, and then you just start.
Inspiration is wrapped up in everything around us. Neena,
Yeah.
let me ask you this question. It is important to express oneself, provided the feelings are real and are taken from your own experience.
Of course.
Tell me, when you painted other big artists' work, it was a copy. When you create your own, it's your artwork with your stamp, your brand on it. Tell me the difference and the difficulties involved in creating your own artwork or your poetry or your writing.
I don't think that it was difficult. Earlier, I didn't know that we should do it means on our own. Whatever any poster, if I would think I would like, I would try to paint. At that time, it was just like that. But later on, I realized that what is within us, we should try to paint that. So it wasn't difficult. Once I started and understood the concept, then it was not difficult for me to paint. So I don't find anything difficult while I paint for means my own say brand or my own theme. Nothing like that. And as you said that if there is some conflict, so for conflict also, it is not that the conflicting ideas, whatever is in our mind at that specific time, that definitely when we want to express ourselves, we don't want to speak to others, but we want to express it in the form of painting or in the form of writing. So that way, I go choose the colors. Even the selection of colors also depends on a lot on my mood. So what colors I'll choose. So when I am a bit upset, so maybe I choose some different colors. the themes may be different, but if I am in a happy mood, so as mostly I am in a happy mood, so I love vibrant colors. So,
So when
nothing was
Frida
difficult.
Kahlo said, Neena, here, Frida Kahlo has said, I never paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality. How much of your work is your reality versus what you visualize and is imaginary?
You're asking me. So you're asking Neena or you're
I was
asking me?
asking Neena Singh since she
Okay.
talked about her work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me also, there's a balance. I love realism. So whatever my book say, 7 Reasons to Never Love Yourself. The book is partly it's a self my memories only. Part of the book is memory, and the other half of the book is suggestions, helping people around to how to come out of understand their self worth and all. So whatever is within, it comes out in the form of writing or in the form of art. It does come out. So whatever we experience in our life, it is part of our creativity, because whatever we imagine also, it is only from the surroundings. See, as I told that I like to paint means happiness, because I am a happy person. But if a person is for a long time, as see the blue series of paintings which Picasso did, he lost his friend in the war and all. There are some stories about it. So उनका मूड वो 1-2 साल के पीरियड में जो रहा, तो उनके जो कलर्स के चॉइस थे पिकासो के, और उनके जो पेंटिंग के थीम्स थे, वो सब उससे रिलेटेड रहे. तो जब कोई वैसी फीलिंग आती है किसी की, तो वो वैसा ही पेंट करना मतलब अपने आप ही वो पोर आउट होता है. वो कोई इंटेंशनली करते नहीं होंगे, वो वैसा ही होता है. तो एंड मुझे ऐसा लगता है फॉर माई सेल्फ दैट आई एम अ टाइप ऑफ एस्केप करती हूँ मैं, मतलब.
Sure, you like to live in a bubble of joy and keep everything negative and dark away from you.
Yeah.
So here, Neena, I want to add something.
So that may be one of the reasons why I do such types of work. ये हो सकता है. मैं कभी-कभी सोचती हूँ अपने बारे में, तो मुझे लगता है कि मैं भागती हूँ. मतलब अगर जहाँ पे लड़ाई हो रही हो ना, मैं भाग जाती हूँ. I don't get into argument also.
Okay, so Neena, here I would like to add, the aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance, as Aristotle said. So Meena Chopra, let's talk about the book which is right behind you right now. Tell me about the shadows and light and what you're doing with it and the work you do and the book behind you.
Okay, so this is the book, and that is
beautiful.
Yeah. Shadow, it's a shadow play, charismatic chiaroscuro, and our lives are full of shadow play. It is a shadow play. It is darkness and light. And darkness and light, it is, I mean, there is unconscious and there is conscious. There is Shiva and there is Shakti. There is a the profound statement is that which actually goes a little bit against feminism, but in today's life, कि स्त्री पुरुष का छाया की तरह, पुरुष and prakriti. It's something that relationship. So it is all darkness and life. Darkness, the shadow play of life, which has to meet somewhere. So in short, I don't know.
And explain to us, because I do know in this book you have QR codes so that you can actually scan it and you can go to that creation, correct?
Yes. I think, shall I use your...
Please, you have the screen share option in front of you.
I'll show you. I think showing it may be a little better. Yeah. Then I'll just show you about 1.5 minutes.
Okay,
so
please go
that
ahead.
will give you then me speaking it.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. So then me speaking it, and it's a short video of a minute and a half.
Yeah.
It's not playing.
All right, it's okay. If it's not playing, we understand technical glitches always happen.
It's playing. It's playing.
Okay, good, good, good.
Okay. Can you see it?
I don't. I only see your basic menu with those 6 options.
It hasn't come.
It's not playing for me, no.
You're sharing.
Okay, why don't we do this? We will let you try it at your end while we go to Dr. Singh for any questions after I ask Neena. Neena, do you want to hold up the books you've got and the books you have written? Neena Singh.
Swati, please remove this screen.
I think Meena Chopra will have to do that since she is sharing her screen.
Yeah.
Meena, can you remove your screen share, please?
You said it is not showing.
No, it is not. Can you remove your screen
but
share,
the video
please?
is not showing.
Okay. So I'll stop share.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'll just, I think.
You've gone on mute, Meena, if you're saying something.
No.
No, I am
This is one of
intentionally
my
gone
books.
on mute.
Okay.
Because my music will come. I have to close my video.
All right, so please go on mute. We'll go to Neena Singh, who's holding up her book. And thank you, Neena, for holding up your book. Please go ahead and do it once again for us. Symbolism and spirituality in art. So tell us, what role does spirituality play in your life, in your personal life, and your professional artistic journey?
See, the spirituality is part of our life. Means since our childhood, the upbringing, type of upbringing we had in our family, so we were very spiritual. Means in my family, my mom and everyone. तो वो एक जिंदगी का अपना हिस्सा था. When I came to know about Mithila art, so when we talk about Mithila art, this form of art itself is related to spirituality, because now we do it as a painting, but initially this was not done as a painting. It was not an art, it was a ritual. जैसे हम घर में झाड़ू लगाते हैं, सफाई करते हैं, ऐसे ही this was art
passed down over generations.
Yes, which was it was not taught in a school or something.
Yes.
जो है लड़कियों की जल्दी शादी होती थी तो सास से लड़कियां सीखती थी, मम्मी से सीखती थी, and it was passed from one generation to other as a, जैसे कि संस्कार देते हैं ना, तो वैसे this was passed on as a संस्कार. ठीक है. Now for every occasion, मतलब जब कोई आर्ट वहां पे कोई औरत बनाती, कोई महिला जब कोई आर्ट करती है, all the
Neena, while you're talking, are you able to show us any of your Madhubani paintings that you have with you, please?
Yeah, I will show it. I have actually,
because in the interest of time, we may not be able to do too much more. So I request you, if you're able to screen share or show us anything.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can show it as a screen share.
Swati, please help her.
No, she'll have to do her own, Dr. Anand.
नहीं, मैं कर लूंगी. I'll show you my art directly. देखिए.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Is this visible?
Yeah.
Very much.
So, yes. Yeah. So let me show my few art. पहले मैं एक book भी दिखाती हूँ. मेरी जो second book है ना, ये भी दिखाती हूँ मैं.
And that is a witty, humorous book. Is that right? With a message?
Yeah. So this is one of the books, Symbolism and Spirituality in Art. Then 7 Reasons to Never Love Yourself. This is another book. इसका e-book है, अभी paperback edition अभी आना बाकी है. Then this is another book. ये AFG, ये जो है book मैं दिखा भी रही हूँ, यहाँ पे भी photo में भी है. So this is a book of about artists. So this has around 150 artist profiles with the artworks. And again, This is one of the book. इसकी ये भी एक book है. And also I have this book. सर का है ये book, but I have a few pages in it. So these are some of my books.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Meena, if you have been able to figure out your thing, we would love to see that. In the meanwhile, we're looking at Neena's screen with different events in her life.
Can you see this? This is
Yes.
a portrait. This is
Beautiful.
my father's portrait, which I have done.
In charcoal?
No, this is oil painting.
Oil painting, okay.
Yeah. Then this is one of my favorite paintings. This is 4x4 feet. ये भेड़ा घाट का है.
बहुत सुंदर.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So this is why I feel very attached, because this was the first painting कि इतना बड़ा वो मतलब such huge size of painting it got sold out. तो ये मेरा पहला painting है जो इतना बड़ा मेरा sell out हुआ. उसके बाद तो कई गए, but this is the first one.
Thank you for your screen share, Neena, and your artwork, which we got a glimpse into.
This
and the books.
is a image. फोटो है वहाँ का जो वहाँ पे we tried Guinness World Book of World Record maximum number of paintings we done by artists, and 1440 artists they participated, and World Environment Day 5th of June को जो है किया था तो उसका है. This is one which I did it for a school. मतलब जो स्कूल का माहौल है, it has to be a happy one. तो उसके लिए हमने ये एक प्रोजेक्ट था तो उसमें participated with.
All right, Neena. I think now I request Meena.
This is the भेड़ा घाट. This is my Madhubani painting, City Life.
I'm not seeing here anything. I don't see your screen at all.
अच्छा, you are not able to see? Okay.
I think we have Meena's screen here instead. That's why I was referring to Meena.
Meena,
Okay,
please remove it.
अभी दिख रहा है?
I can see this one, Madhubani painting.
Meena Chopra, can you remove your screen?
Yeah, it is nothing is visible except.
मेरा नहीं दिख रहा है आपको?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, now I see the Madhubani painting. Beautiful.
Okay, okay.
Very nice.
ये वाला एक देखिए आप, ये वाला. Look at this one. थोड़ा मैं बड़ा करती हूँ. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Lovely.
This is Love for Nature. इसका title ही Love for Nature. The village women they have come to take water, जो पानी भरने के लिए आते हैं, and they start and they talk to each other, and then they start playing with the animals all around. So this is one painting. ये एक painting देखिए, ये रासलीला है. कृष्ण और जो
गोपिका,
गोपिकाओं के साथ रासलीला है. तो इसको मैंने सेंटर में जो है थोड़ा सा लाइट रखा है, बिकॉज ये जो रासलीला हुई थी वो रात के समय हुई थी. दैट्स व्हाई द सराउंडिंग आई हैव केप्ट ग्रे. और सेंटर के जहाँ भगवान है तो वहाँ रोशनी रहती है, और ऐसा कहा जाता है कि वहाँ पे पूरी रोशनी थी, तो इसलिए मैंने उसको ऐसे लाइट कलर्स में उसको किया है. एक ये देखिए, ये जो है कृष्ण जो है होली खेल रहे हैं. राधा कृष्ण होली खेल रहे हैं, उसका है. इसमें देखिए जो है टिपिकल मधुबनी से इसमें मैंने थोड़ा सा एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन किया है. द फ्रंट पोर्शन जो है जो कलरफुल दिख रहा है, इट इज इन भारनी स्टाइल, एंड द पोर्शन विच इज इन ग्रे एंड ब्लैक के ऊपर ग्रे से मैंने किया है. तो इसी का जो है कचनी एंड गोदना स्टाइल जो होता है मधुबनी का, वो मैंने बैकग्राउंड में लिया है. दिस हैज डीप मीनिंग. व्हाई? बिकॉज मिथिला आर्ट जो होता है, इट यूज्ड टू बी डन, अभी भी है वहां पे कुछ हद तक, अब धीरे धीरे कम हो गया है. कास्ट बेस्ड था, तो द गॉड्स एंड गॉडेसेस वर पेंटेड बाय द ब्राह्मण्स. ओके, but the other caste people were not allowed to paint gods and
they
goddesses.
were excluded. Everybody was excluded.
Yeah. तो मैंने फिर उसको क्या किया कि वो जो गोदना स्टाइल का आर्ट है, they were been done by the Dusats and the other communities. तो मैंने एक ही पेंटिंग में दोनों को बनाना चाहा है to show that
integrating the discrimination.
Yeah. This is one painting which I would like to show you. ये जो है this is from a new series of Ramayana, but my paintings which I am trying to do with the point of view of Sita. It's not
that's a book you are coming out with.
हाँ, तो मुझे सीता का वो कैरेक्टर दिखाना है जो लेस नोन है, because in the Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas, Sita has been portrayed as means उनका जन्म हुआ धरती से, उसके बाद जो है सीधे फिर not much has been described in between, and straight away जब उनका वहाँ पे स्वयंवर वाला आता है तो उस समय थोड़ा सा फिर डिस्क्रिप्शन एंड देन उसके आगे का, तो शी माइट हैव लिव्ड अ लाइफ, मान लीजिए 16 साल में भी उनकी शादी हुई तो एक 16 साल की उम्र तक उनकी जिंदगी रही होगी, तो वो वाला जो लाइफ है उस पे मैं रिसर्च कर रही हूँ और उस पे मैं काम करने की कोशिश कर रही
We
हूँ
are
और
so
दिखाने की कोशिश
excited
कर
to
रही
see what you will come up with regarding Sita's
Yeah.
journey, life, and experiences as a woman who was a princess
Yeah.
but had to live 14 years. वनवास गई थी वो, और फिर
right.
रावण के यहाँ अशोक वाटिका में अकेली थी और अपने इंटेग्रिटी के साथ वहीं पे रुकी हुई थी to
Correct.
protect herself under chastity and her value system.
Yeah.
So we look forward to that book from you, Neena.
This
So if
is,
you're done showing, we will move on to Meena.
Yeah, this is another painting from the same series. This is the Swayamvar scene, if you can identify.
Wonderful.
ये जो
Beautiful.
स्वयंवर है,
Beautiful.
और this one more I'll show from the same series. This is her birth. ये जो सीता का जन्म होता है, तो धरती से जो ऐसे निकली उसको दर्शाने की कोशिश की है मैंने.
Very
तो
nice.
yeah, and
Very
one more,
nice.
ये देखिए, ये ताड़का वध देखिए आप. This is ताड़का वध. So this style is different. You can see this is Godna style. मतलब मधुबनी में ही जैसे जो 4 styles हैं, भारनी, कटनी, तांत्रिक, गोदना, तो this is typically done in Godna style, where on the left you can see Ram, Lakshman, and his guru is there, and the extreme right is Tarka, and I've shown that scene. And the paper which I have used has been smeared with cow dung. All the paintings I have used cow dung. I've smeared it to give that authenticity.
I see. So what kind of paper is used on which you
handmade paper? Handmade paper.
Handmade, yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
And one more good news I have, that this Madhubani kit, ये जो है, I'll show you also. This Madhubani kit. This kit is in the market now. This is in collaboration with Playcree. Playcree is other people actually who are producing and marketing it. But मेरा association इससे ये है कि जितना भी इसमें art है, all the art has been done by me.
It's yours.
Yeah.
And all this information is available on Neena Singh's Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, it is. See this? Can you see?
Yes, we do.
Oh, उल्टा है. ये drawings जो है ये सब मेरी create की हुई है, देखिए.
Beautiful. So Neena Singh from Jabalpur, right now in Pune, who moved from abstract Bhedaghat to Madhubani Mithila artwork, all the 4 different forms, integrates all the 4 forms to bring together her creativity, and she's written books which she's talked about. So Neena, we thank you for your display of your artwork, and I request you to remove this from your screen.
Yeah, I'm
we
just
will
doing
request
that. I'm
Meena
just
to
doing
show
that.
us what she's been trying to.
Yeah. It has been removed, I guess, right?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Meena, can you show us your screen now and your artwork, your books? And I think you may be on mute. We don't hear you. मीना चोपड़ा, आप अनम्यूट कर लें अगर आप म्यूट पे हैं तो.
हाँ, म्यूट है वो.
I think there is some snag.
Meena, can you unmute yourself, please? I think there's a little technical glitch. We are not able to see what you're screen sharing.
Okay,
so at least let's hear you.
Yeah, I think you should be able to see it now. Are you seeing it?
No.
No.
No?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing is moving. It is just, I mean, we just see that screen display of options that you could show us, but it's not playing. I suggest we've tried it a few times, Meena, so we regret we cannot display it now. So
Okay.
let's talk about your books, if you will, if that is okay, and talk about your artwork and remove
That's
this from your screen, maybe.
okay. What actually you're saying? Just tell me that.
No,
Nothing.
Nothing.
no,
Oh my God. I don't know why.
please
I
remove
will
it from the screen.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is the book.
Can
You can use
closer?
it's
Yeah, closer,
by
please. Closer.
Chiaroscuro. And I don't know whether you'll be able to see the pages because
Yeah,
I
it
have
is.
got it back.
Um,
I think there is a problem.
The book has paintings as well as means text also. Book is all about painting, ma'am?
No, it is poetry and painting.
Poetry
It is
and painting. Okay, you have painted the poetries. Wow, nice.
All
No,
right,
I'm
Meena
not.
Chopra, you want to tell us
Master
what you're
painting.
planning to do next we can expect from you this year or maybe this month or later?
Let me talk about this book. This has got QR codes. So I have been doing a lot of moving art and QR codes in this book, which are there with every still artwork or static art. They take you to YouTube.
Yeah,
And on YouTube, you see the moving art. I've been doing a lot of art videos. So I think you have seen that premiere film. Rupa has seen that premiere film.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
I'll send the link to somewhere. You can forward the link to everybody,
sure.
or maybe
We would love to
I'll
see it.
share the link on the your Journal Singh Anandji's website site or somewhere,
Yeah.
that you can see it over there. And you scan it, so it is a way of it, a way of connecting traditional media to modern,
Correct.
traditional book to modern. So this has got 44 points, 80 art images, and 78 art videos attached to it. In
Wow,
short, this is what is.
amazing, amazing.
A
This
lot
is a
of work
new
must have gone
way,
in.
actually.
So-
This what is required, this change, this transition. This is really appreciated because the way Meena said, her artworks are related to the means linked to the QR code, which will take to the. So you will
Yeah.
uh,
That's the
get to
contemporary
know more
modern
about her art.
technology.
What is going behind the art? That also you will come to know, right? You will be
No,
explaining
they are art.
Oh,
They are art videos.
videos.
Uh,
The painting part is also there. How you're painting it?
So one question is here for both of you.
Yes, sir.
In this age of AI, right? How do you perceive art? Because people are using AI for creating this they give you an idea and they create it. And how much you feel threatened by it?
Threatened? No threatening, sir. Why should we feel threatened?
But this is
See,
plastic
every
art.
time when something new comes, people feel threatened. जब computer आया था, तो लोगों ने strike करा कि we don't want computers. हमारी
AI
नौकरियां
से
छीन
कुछ
जाएंगी.
ज्यादा डर लग रहा है सब को.
हर समय ऐसा ही डर लगता है, सर. कोई
So
डरने की बात नहीं
you
है.
are not afraid of it.
Why should we? देखिए,
what is your
AI can
opinion,
ask.
Meena? Meena, how much is AI impacting your work?
Yeah.
uh, it's not impacting my work.
is not.
I don't know how things will unfold. It
Hmm.
is too early to say. And how is it going to affect your life in whole? Like it's not only art or creative work. But one thing is there, man should be able to control AI. AI can be an asset also.
Yeah.
Even in art, it can be an asset. Even in writing, it can be an asset. It's how you are going to control it and use it.
What?
But if you are controlled by it, then probably it can go other way around.
Yeah.
So I think it can be a huge asset also. It's not
Every innovation is for good if it
not
is used
necessarily.
wisely. No, no, if it is
Yeah,
used wisely, if it is used wisely, every
All
innovation
right.
is for good
not
if it
not
is used
necessarily, because
wisely.
The next
I
question for you really
See,
is, Meena, what can we
I
expect
feel
from
we
you?
are, Rupa, what we are afraid of is overreaching ourselves by using these things. We may not finally end up overreaching ourselves. I think
very true,
that then
very
is
profound,
very much there.
Hmm.
very now.
Meena, what's next for you?
For me,
Yes.
yes, mind is working, and one is that I have to consolidate my Hindi poetry, which has been neglected a lot because I write in 2 languages, and because
Right.
I was
Wow.
working on this, it took a lot of time. It's
How much
170.
time did you spend just on putting this project together?
It's about over 2, 3 years,
Yeah.
Rough idea was there, and then it was because there is art, static art, there are art videos, and there is poetry.
Yes. Very
And
involved project.
so it did take a lot of time.
Hmm.
And you're not all the time in creative mood. And then to
Hmm.
consolidate it, because this book I have produced myself. I
Mhm.
have from page making to cover design to producing it on Amazon, because
Mm.
any publisher was very scared of this project. It was
Mhm.
very overwhelming, but I wanted to do. So I
Mm.
guess when you want to do something, especially an artist,
Yes, absolutely.
क्या
Absolutely.
कहते हैं ना, दिमाग में कीड़ा. So दूसरा कीड़ा ये है is that I'm I'm just consolidating, a friend, a very close friend,
Hmm.
told me that you have got so many old pieces, antiquity, like all of us in India have that. We keep on collecting things. Mother ka, grandfather ka, grandmothers. So she said,
Hmm.
why don't you? She's a curator. She said, I want to curate an exhibition out of it.
Wow.
So
Hmm.
mine started, and I was doing art in using technology for my art, digital
Hmm.
art. Got into it.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
started with those subjects. So art came. And then when the art came out, poetry started coming out. So
Hmm.
I think I will come out with a book because I have with this. Where
We so look forward to more work from you, more writings from you, more creative, fine paintings from you. And there's so much more ahead. And the Nainital girl from Himalayan mountains in Canada is going to come up with more beautiful work, is what we wish and pray for. And Neena, your books, your social service, and your Madhubani mythological stories, and especially the one Sita in the works,
Yeah.
that is something so exciting to look forward to.
Even
So
I'm
while
working on 2 books. I'm also working on 2 books. One is on the chromatic. The title is Chromatic, the Creative's Guide to Color. So
Mhm.
this will
Very good.
describe the psychology, the techniques for artists, then designers, and any creative person. Means it will be a book for them. And
Mhm.
one I am writing on art conservation, preserving art and antiques, the essential guide to preventive conservation and restoration. So on both these subjects, I'm working parallel. तो ये 2 किताबें मेरी अभी
Lovely,
आने का है.
lovely. So
By the
more
end of
work
this
coming
year,
from Neena Singh, more
yeah.
work coming from Meena Chopra to look forward to. And every artist, every creative person, and every creation is one more brick towards upliftment of society.
Right.
And we at International Academy of Ethics believe in supporting all that is beautiful, creative, and uplift society. Maya, thank you for being here in person. Dr. Anand, tell us what you want to say to our artists who are present today
I
before
think
we close it.
if Dr. Maya wants to say something for 1 or 2 minutes, I think we should invite her. Dr. Maya.
Dr. Maya,
Thank
over
you.
to you.
Want to
I
share
don't.
anything?
I enjoyed this conversation, and I'm very impressed by Nina's work and would love to see Mina's as well, since I think that I share a lot of her opinions about art. And just to conclude, I think that artificial intelligence is there for our use. And Dr. Anand, you are the first one to do it. So I learned from you to use it and ask questions from it and get some really interesting answers. So I think we should learn better how to use it, and then we
Yeah.
will not be abused. That's how it is. And our academy stands for this, for improvement in every aspect of culture and life. And thank you for these wonderful conversations that we had here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Rupa,
Nice meeting. Nice meeting
Nice
everybody.
meeting you,
You,
really.
yes.
It was nice.
Nice
I'm
meeting
looking
you, Maya.
forward. Yes.
so Rupa,
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Anand.
may I finish it?
Yes, please, over to you. Thank you to all the artists, Dr. Maya, Swati, for your work, and Dr. Anand, over to you to close the event and session today.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I must do the Thanksgiving part, Rupa, for this wonderful, organization of this program, and our guests, Meena, Neena, or some,
Really,
and then
thank you.
Dr. Anand,
my,
I'm reminded of Meena, Meena, Anju, Manju, Ho, Ya, Madhu. That's what I want to sing right now
yeah,
for
yeah,
them and
I
with them.
remember that song. Then
This Swati, not Madhu.
Dr. Swati is there, and Dr. Maya Seema Jain was here, Professor Seema Jain, and plus all those who are listening to our program on Facebook Live, link. I'm thankful to all of you. And before I say goodbye, I was reminded of one small story which is related to an artist, which I want to share with you. It is very short. There was a painter who usually painted his paintings in red color.
Mhm.
And people would go to him, enjoy his paintings, and would come back praising him.
Mhm.
One day, when he painted a painting, people went to him, saw the painting, and they said, "This is his masterpiece.
Mm,
This is his masterpiece."
mm,
The red painting, it was his masterpiece. So they said,
mm,
"Let us go and compliment him, congratulate him
mm,
for his masterpiece."
mm,
So when they went inside the house,
mm.
they found the painter dead.
Oh.
The painter was lying dead. Now, when they were washing his body for final rites, they saw there was a cut on his heart
Mm.
and blood was, flowing from it. So this was the small story which I read when I was in 8th standard,
Oh
right?
my God.
And
Mm.
this story has lived in my mind, in my imagination
Prof.
always, because the day he created his masterpiece, he was himself no more. We can reverse it, that he had to pay with his life. He has to invest his life in creating
A
Mm.
masterpiece.
what a masterpiece. So this is the way when I see you, Neena, and others, particularly artists and writers, there is a strange gleam of joy in their eyes because they are giving something back to society, to the earth, from where we draw so many things. So it is a, it is an exchange. We are giving back to society, but we are getting for that is what gives us a gleam in our eyes. This is, I believe. So, with these words,
To
thanks
add to what you
everyone.
said, Dr. Anand, Just to add one line to what you said, art is a lie that makes us realize truth, said Pablo Picasso. So may all the art that is being created make us realize the truth. And over to you for the final thanks.
Thanks once again. All the best. Enjoy
Thank you
yourself.
so much, sir.
Rupa.
Thank you for
Rupa,
inviting us.
thank you.
And I really feel privileged that I am part of this really amazing discussion.
I should have told it to everyone and to Rupa also. Neena is
Yes,
our life
Rupa.
member.
Rupa,
Neena is
and
our
all her
life
quotes.
member.
How you remember all the quotes, man? That's amazing.
I
You quoted
prepare,
my
I do
friend
some
Andy
homework.
Warhol. Yeah, amazing memory. Hey, okay, thank you again.
All
Thank
the
you.
best. Let us
Thank you so
take
much.
care.
Thank you, everyone. And
Thank you so much.
thank you,
Thank
Meena.
you.
It was nice meeting you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Swati.
You
Thank
were
you, Maya.
amazing.
Thank you, Rupa.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much.
All
It was
the
really
best
nice.
to everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night from
Bye.
here.
Bye.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you, Rupa, once again.
Recording is done. Have you stopped the recording?
Swati, have you stopped recording?
Swati has left, I think.
No.
No? She's not visible, so I thought
Swati,
she's
I
left.
don't see her.
She has left. So recording बंदी हो गई होगी नहीं but recording चल रही है ऊपर दिख रहा है.
Okay. So I think you'll have to stop it, Dr. Anand. Do you have an option to stop recording?
Priti, एक मिनट आना बेटा.
Or if we leave the meeting, then also the recording will stop. Then you have to process the
Recording
recording.
बंद
Na? Then only it will be
Yeah,
saved.
I'm just checking. I don't have the option to close it.
अच्छा हम कर रहे हैं एक मिनट.
जो होस्ट होगा वो करना उन्हें करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ मुझे